you doing, everybody? I wanted to talk about more Gen X things that from childhood that we used to experience and go through. So here it is. I had to write them down because I can't remember nothing. I'm like going on 52, uh, but I feel 25 anyways, most of the time. So at least you know. So here goes. Hold on. Let me see it out. Ridiculous. I lost my ashtray. That's a Gen X thing. Just put the cigarette out in your oatmeal. Oh gosh. All right, here we go. If I can see this, I'm in the dark. I feel comfortable in the dark. Comfortable in the dark. Let's see. Okay, one was here's one. Gen X is from my childhood. Okay, we we used to play handball. The games we used to play was handball with a big red rubber ball and throw it at each other. Play uh, um, we played handball, hitting it against the wall. You know, bunch of bam, bam, bam. Or we, I don't know what the other game was called, but we'd throw it at each other, and if they threw it and they hit you, then you were out. You know, dodgeball, I think it was something like that. And another one was kick the can, where we would have like perimeters, like three or four houses down on both sides of the street, and then we'd have a can in the middle of the street, and it would be like right when as it was getting dark, and one person would count, and then the other ones would go and hide, within those perimeters, and then when they're done counting, and then you try to go kick the can before you got caught by the person that was after you. That was it to find everybody. And then once you got caught, then you did it, you know. But if you kick the can, then you won, you know. I mean, you're safe, you know, without getting tagged. But that was a fun game. That was always fun. And besides drinking out of the hose, well, I spent a lot of time outside with the other kids and stuff because, of course, you know, your parents didn't want my parents didn't want all the kids over at our house, you know. But there was parents that had the kids all over at their house, at her house. My friend Tracy, she always all the kids went over to her house because her mom used to sell cigarettes, you know, to us kids, and so we would go over there after school and buy a pack of cigarettes for like $5, $4 or $5, you know, and some really good ones. There's ones called Satins, where the filter was all satin, you know, satin filter. Oh, those are really classy. Um, they don't even make them anymore though. I was really disappointed when they canceled those. They were really nice. Um, then okay, another one was also we drank a lot as kids, and kids would steal their parents' alcohol, you know, break into the cabinets, you know, pick the locks, you know, get into their parents' liquor cabinet, steal their booze, you know, run out the door. Um, you know, we did average kid stuff, but I think we had like a tougher version of childhood. I'll tell you that. I did, anyways. I know that. But I was laughing because all the stuff is very similar to everybody else, also. But um, I think mine's a little bit different, a little bit. But after school, we used to like to go to the stores. You know, down the stores, a big group of us, and we had a thing where we liked to steal chocolates, and we would do a lot of shoplifting and steal chocolates, and my friends had this thing about trying to collect all the Smurf dolls, you know, and so they wanted to collect all the Smurfs, so they would go and steal the ones, you know, and Papa Smurf and you know, and all that, so Smurfette and all that, And I didn't care about enough Smurfs. Now I'm not gonna get caught stealing a stupid Smurf doll, right? So I liked stealing the spandex, and I'd put on like three pairs, and then walk out. I got away with it, and we'd go to the record store, and I got a Misfits shirt one time. I was happy about that. I snaked that, and um, but we used to do some crazy stuff, after school and all that, for entertainment, I guess. Um, my first cigarette was like at 6 years old. It was, my sister stole a bar of chocolate, a big candy bar of chocolate, and a cigarette from her mom, my stepmom, her mom, her real mom, and my first cigarette, I was coughing, hacking. Didn't really care for that till later, and then my stepsister introduced me to everything bad, every substances, everything bad. She introduced me to first, and I remember one time she got me stoned, and I was so stoned that my first time being stoned, and when I was a kid, and she told me to go find something in her car, in her truck, and I was like, oh no, I don't even think I really even knew what it was that she asked me to get, but it was something so simple, and it was just a basic thing. I can't remember what it was, but she asked me to get it, and she said it was in the center console of her truck. I go out there, and I'm like looking everywhere for it, and it was like right there the whole time, but I like forgot what it was that she asked me to get, and then I didn't even know what it was that she asked me to get. It's like I forgot what it was. I don't know if it was a pipe or what it was, but man, I was just like it was just freaking me out, because I couldn't find the thing that I was looking for, and I didn't know what it was, and then I forgot what it was, and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is terrible. So I went back in the house. She goes back out, and she goes, "It's right there." I go, "Oh well, I don't know. I didn't see it. I guess whatever. I don't know. I'm stoned for the first time. What do you expect from me?" you know what I mean? But anyways, continuing on. Uh, we my brother and sister would take my mom's car, take her money. They always got away with it too. I never did though. I was the only one that could clean my room ever. I was always organized, always clean my room. But um, I didn't like my stepmom, and my dad. He didn't care at all. When they first taught me how to swim, is what they did. They didn't even give me a jacket or anything. We were just on this little paddle boat, and my stepmom, she didn't like me either, but she just told me, I think they were trying to get rid of me, and in a way, I think. But she said, just jump in, hold on to the side of the boat, and kick your feet. Yeah, and watch you guys paddle away, and then I'm left behind, drowning behind you. Do you think you'd turn back, circle back, and get me? No. Nobody would save me. They would just say, keep going, pedal faster, pedal faster. I know they would, dude. Leave her there. Get rid of her. Because my stepmom, she only liked her two kids. She didn't like me at all. She didn't want me. I was just in the way, you know what I mean? Something she had to deal with, You know, she'd be like, oh, I would cry. I'll give you something to cry about, Um, it's like everything she asked me, even if I didn't like the shoes she'd get me or all the stuff that she's getting me for school, most of it was hand-me-downs from my stepsister Marlo, which is all crap anyway, and none of it fit right or whatever, and who wants her sister's or brother's hand-me-downs? You know what I mean? It's like, for school, you want new school clothes, and the other kids, older kids, they get new school clothes, but the youngest one is like, we get robbed, man. We get robbed. Because we have to have all hand-me-downs mostly. We only get like maybe some shoes, socks, underwear, whatever, But most of it's all hand-me-downs. So it's like, yeah, that's Marlo's sister because, look, Marlo wore that shit last year. You know what I mean? Marlo's walking around with these clothes last year that she's wearing. And I'm walking around like all depressed and sad and looking at the ground all the time because I didn't like what I was wearing. I didn't like how I looked. And I was embarrassed to wear her clothes because it's a small town, you know what I mean? It's just Corona. You know, lived in Cresta Verde, Riverside, Norco. You know, everybody knows each other, you know, so it's like, you know, you got Maneuver, Smellingville. It smells like cow shit all the time. That's Norco. And then you got Riverside. That's where you go shopping, the mall, and all that stuff, and go, you know, and all that. Then that's like downtown, you know, the big downtown, but it's really small downtown, you know. But we used to always go to the Castle Park, and that was the big thing about Gen X. We love to go to the miniature golfing, and go to the you always go with your little boyfriend, you know. You always think we go to the Castle Park and we go miniature golf. We go on the big dragon swing, you know. And that was like a blast, you know. Then my date that I was with, and I really liked him a lot, Peter, found out I was smoking. I smoked cigarettes, and so boom, he left. He fucking dropped me right there like a hotcake. He dropped me right there. He took off. I can't deal with that. No. You smoke? Oh no. And he took off. I'm like, what? Oh well, he's cute and all, but hey, I just a little girl. He's a little guy. It doesn't matter. Take a walk. You don't accept me for how I am. You know. So, the other things we experienced was we used to have a red station wagon that my stepmom drove, right? All of his kids would be, three of his kids would be in the car, swinging on the seatbelts like swings. You know, using them as swings. They're all stretched out and everything, swinging back and forth, back and forth. As my stepmom's driving around doing errands, wee, back and forth, everything. Stop swinging at me. She'd be like, oh, she would be so stressed. And then I'd lay up in the back window, and you know, you can't do that nowadays. You can't lay up in the back window, you know, be all, hey, you know, the car's behind you. Can't do that stuff nowadays. One time when I was 5 years old, I heard another lady talk about this, and she's Gen X. I did the same thing, girl. My stepmom, she put me in, I got in the car. The door didn't close all the way because like the door's really heavy, and I didn't shut it all the way. She started to back out. I fell out of the car. The door opened. I fell out. I rolled underneath the car. I'm going. She goes. Finally, she noticed me. She stops. She hears me yelling, "Help! Help! Help! I'm under the car. Help!" I don't know why I couldn't get out from underneath the car when I rolled underneath there. I mean, it made me think I was just kind of like roll back out, you know. I don't know. Say, wait a minute, you know. I don't know what my problem was, but I was like under the car going, help, help. I'm under the car. So she gets out of the car. She says, what are you doing under there? What do you think I'm doing under there? I fell out. I mean, duh. Aren't you paying attention to your 5-year-old daughter? Hello. Of course not. She didn't want me. Why would she? She's probably hoping I'd. She'd probably just think I was one of those speed bumps. You know. She would have ran me over like one, I'll tell you that. But, okay, continuing on. There's more. What else? Gosh. When your dad and your mom smoke pot with the oldest kids and their friends at the table and you walk in on them, and they got they got a homemade bong, and they got tape around it, you know, with a thing sticking out of it, a pipe sticking out of it, and your dad tries to tell you, oh, that's I go, what is that? What are you guys doing? Oh, that's Pinocchio. Oh yeah, right, Pinocchio. Okay, whatever. Like I care anyways. So and like another one is your parents never know where you're at. They never know where you're at. They don't know who you're with, what you're doing, none of that. They could care less. They get home from work, they eat, they go and sit in front of the TV or whatever. Or they might not take a shower, they might, whatever, but they're in a rush to get that little glass of wine and run down the hallway and lock themselves in the bedroom and get to the shows that they have for that evening, you know. They could care less what the kids are doing as long as we're quiet or we're absent. That was good for them, you know. It didn't matter. Nothing else mattered besides that. And another one is I mean I would leave after they went to work and I would come home after they were sleeping. I would do that all week long. See, that's very clever because I didn't want to deal with parents. I didn't want to deal with them. So I just wanted to pretend like I was on my own. So I kind of was on my own all week. But then Sunday they were home. That's the only day that they would catch me coming in the house with my head shaved because I was a punk rocker, you know, and stuff like that because everybody was talking shit and starting shit with me all the time. So I said, you know what? If I look fucking scary, they won't mess with me anymore. You know, and I was right. I looked real scary, real intimidating. I shaved my head, wore the punk boots, and everything, you know, the black lipstick and everything, the black makeup and all that, the white face, and all this stuff. And, oh yeah, I walked down the halls at school, no more rumors. They weren't messing with me or talking about me anymore. And the guys weren't like trying to like, you know, rape me at parties, you know, and crap like that, you know, all that nonsense. And they'd clear the sidewalks when I walked down the halls. I was happy. I'd be like, yeah, get out of my way. I'm coming through. Yeah, that was nice, you know, but so I mean, you know, gotta do what you gotta do. But then another one was when we used to sneak out at like 12 a.m., 12 midnight, and in our socks, okay, and we run to all our friends' house, go pick that one up, go run in the other one, pick them up, pick that one up, and we run around the neighborhood and steal all the Christmas light bulbs or whatever, the pumpkins. I never did pumpkins, but we'd steal all the light bulbs, you know, screwing them, real quiet, you know, run off, you know, laughing down the street. Oh my gosh, it's ridiculous. We used to do toilet paper people's houses. Now that was fun. With shaving cream and toilet paper, string the toilet paper all over the trees. You know, we giggling. We do the shaving cream all over the cement, all over the cars sometimes. And I found out that takes off their paint, takes their paint off. I got in big trouble one time for that one. And but we'd do all kinds of stuff like that. They'd come out in the morning, man, their whole yard was decorated, toilet paper and shaving cream everywhere. Maybe shit on the porch, you know. It's like, you know, it was just ridiculous. It was crazy. I never see that anymore. But when we were hungry and we were outside, we would actually, we had a game that we played to get food from neighbors. So it's what we would do is we would play, what is that? Oh my gosh. We'd make a little list. Oh yeah, scavenger hunt. That's what it was. We'd say we were on a scavenger hunt, and we'd have these items. We had like a piece of bread, a soda, a bobby pin, a paper clip, a shoelace, and then we'd have like crackers, peanut butter, stuff like that, right? And potato chips or whatever you wanted, right? And we would get it too. We would get it. All the neighbors would give it to us every time. Or here's another one for Gen X. Ding dong door ditch. Here we go. We go to the neighbors. Go, 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 go. Go knock on the door. Go. Knock. Ring the doorbell. Up the stairs. Bam, 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 bam. Ding, 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 dong, ding, dong, ding, dong. Whoa, right there. We'd be running down the street, laughing our ass. Running, and they would be like, oh, those kids. I mean, they'd see us like running down the street, laughing our butts off, right? You know, we couldn't hold our composure at all. You know, we just had to. Oh, it was crazy. We could. No, we were not professionals at that. We had a good time. And what was another one? The other one was we used to like play pranks on neighbors. Like we'd go up to a neighbor, right? We dare each other go ask per if they knock on their door, and then when they answer, Ask them if they've seen your cat, your three-legged cat with one ear, and see if they've seen it around, because you've seen it run through their yard, and if they've seen it or know anything about it. So weird. I go through the neighborhood, like, I see my house wondering. I saw him earlier. I've been chasing him all over the neighborhood, for my cat. He's got three legs and one ear. Have you seen him? They'd be like, no, I haven't seen that. I haven't seen it. Well, we're also doing a scavenger hunt. Do you have these items? They're like, I got more food, more snacks. It's funny. It's funny. We were good. We were clever kids. We were really clever. We survived, man. We survived. If our parents didn't have no snacks, we're gonna give snacks. The neighbors are gonna give us our snacks. But it's cool. And your friends always fed. We always fed each other, our friends. I had one friend that had a certain menu item for every friend that she had. So when I came over, it was a certain thing, like mac and cheese or something. Another friend would come over and it would be like hot dogs. Another friend would come over and it'd be, it'd always be like, cereal or something. You know what I mean? It's like each friend was different, got a different thing all the time. But then, let's see what else. Some more Gen X stuff. Some more Gen X stuff. When your brother or your older brother, maybe possibly an older sister, picks on the youngest child, the youngest kid, and my brother picked on me. I just call him Jebba the Hutt, but he used to sing this song, Desi, was it Dizzy Desi dancing on a dicky donkey dory day, and I go, shut up, Jebba the Hutt, and because he was like overweight with a blonde afro, it's like, hello, yeah, right, you freak. Look like a fucking clown, Look like a fucking clown. If he was wearing a fucking polka dot suit, it would have been perfect, But they all float down here. Okay, but he never went to school. He never could wake up in the morning, and that's the way your parents were. They're real easy about that. They're real easy going about that. Going to school or not going to school, it's like, okay, well, this is it. This is how it is. They accepted things for how it is. The way it is, it is what it is type thing. That was kind of like the parents' motto back then, Oh, it is what it is. It ain't going to change. This is the thing he's going through right now. So they didn't have time to deal with it, to sit there and correct you and discipline you and lecture you and all that. It was just not worth it for them. They just yell at you and leave, go to work, not say any more about it. Till the next day, yell at you. Out the door, they go. You know what I mean? It's like, whatever. But, let's see what else there is. I'll make another one and tell you some more of Gen X. But bye for now, and God is your anchor. And, hey, every generation has a purpose. And God has plans for every type of generation out there. So, hey, we're all important in God's eyes, and we all have a purpose in God. So, in God you trust, and He's always got a purpose for you in your life, even when it seems like you're a nobody or nothing, and you ain't got no purpose or whatever, and you don't know who or what or why you're here or what to do. God will let you know. So I pray that He does let you all know. Visions of revelations and stuff like that. But you got to pay attention to what's around you, and because God's speaking to us all the time in all things, okay? So pay attention, and you might start seeing a lot that God's trying to show you, because He's going to be really reaching out big time. It's going to get stronger and more as the days go forward in the latter days. So God bless y'all, and take care. Bye.